Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to our call. So, hi guys, I hope you've all had an awesome weekend. I don't know exactly who's on here, and I do know I haven't got my Sylvia here or Justin or Sean at the moment. So, I'm here on my own right now today. So, it's just me and you guys. So, welcome to the call. So, number one, guys, I want to go straight into what's going on so you guys are completely aware, but more to the point, we get more people that um, watch the video later and we get a bunch of questions. So, I've collected some of the questions that I'm going to share with you, what some people have been asking to help also everybody understand. Some of them are pretty simple. You've most probably already heard them. But let me give you a quick update. I'm going to start, which there's no particular priority, but I know people come on a few minutes late. So most probably the one that everybody wants to know about is the stocks. We're going to cover that, but we're going to cover that after about 4 or 5 items just to make sure everybody knows what's going on. So it is Wednesday afternoon, is April the 17th, 4 p.m. New York time. Welcome to everybody around the world. My name is David Cutler. I'm COO of Avazoo. And I must admit, it's been a challenging, most probably challenging whole year so far. But I keep telling people we see the light at the tunnel. Guys, it's pretty amazing what's been going on. And I'm really pumped. I mean, I've got excited before, and then you can kind of see there's a stumbling block, i.e., the payment system, things of that nature. But the biggest key ingredient we've had as a stumbling block is how do we market? How do we advertise when this license just doesn't allow us to do that in certain countries or even in multiple jurisdictions like the European market. So, guys, I've been kind of advised by multiple people, but most importantly by the licensing board out of Europe, that our new method of marketing is not an issue, it's not a problem. As long as we add extra guidelines into our website about age limits and people gambling, they've already seen what we got. They're very, very happy. But it's basically third-party advertisement, that the advertisement responsibility then falls on the advertiser. So if you guys are not really sure what I'm talking about, I do not want to bore you, but I'm going to give you 2 minutes. So inside the app originally, there was going to be a way that you could share the app with your friends, that they could participate and get discounts on the tickets up to 10%, or they were going to be able to participate in the app and get additional free entries, which a lot of you know how that works. That was the original design, okay? And to get them to participate in the app was to offer them things like the Magic game, which you've all heard about, some of you have played it, and posting banners and blah, blah, blah. Well, of course, the problem occurred with us that, okay, well, we can't go and put a advertisement on even a social site because the social site is concerned about it breaking the laws in that actual jurisdiction. Now, here's what's really interesting. When Facebook come back and said to us, look, you can't do the European market, they approved us for the US. On the list that we got, the US was one of the ones that was approved. So it's mind-blowing. Here we are saying that we're not going to sell tickets in the US, but that one we got approved on. Okay, so it's kind of been really funny. Well, bottom line to the deal is we've taken our original strategy and swapped it over into Rewards Ripple. Now, what an incredible blessing that has come. I mean, I'm going to tell you guys, and I know a lot of you on here would be breaking bread together and sitting around a table and having a good time in the very near future. Never ever thought in a million years this thing could take off the way it's taken off. The only thing that's delaying us right now is us, meaning we is trained and build out software this quick. In fact, if we had looked at this as a brand new, and remember, we're a development company. We build platforms, we apps. We've been doing it for multiple years, since 2017. And we would have projected that this project would have taken 2 years. So what we've done already is pretty cool because we've been able to take our own product, which we have intellectual property over, and we can use that in Ripple. So it's really kind of moved us forward at a speed that you most probably couldn't really imagine. It's kind of like cloning something and then just changing some of the stuff we had to do on it. Well, this thing's gone through the roof. I mean, I really and truly have not expected to receive phone calls from people saying, how can we participate in this? And that's what's happened. So even though today's an Avazoo call, I just want you guys to know this waiting process is, and I've said this multiple times, there's Julie on here, I noticed. And Julie's been part of Avazoo, I would say, for a minimum of a decade. And she's seen a lot of the things that we've gone through, the old bingo game we used to play. And what's so cool about this whole thing is, apart from that one negative thing where we got accused as a scam, is because we don't have any bad reports out there, and we've really kept our nose clean, and we're trying to do the right thing. And my New Year's resolution was, guys, I'm not going to bring out something to you if it's not operational and it's not working. And I've been sticking my feet in the ground with that one. We're not budging. If it's not going to be right, we're not bringing it out, okay? Because it all ties together now. So with the new games, it's got to be on the wait process. With Avazoo, it all ties together. So a little boring to catch you up on what's going on. So last week we launched the game, the spin wheel game. And of course, on the spin wheel, there's going to be cash prizes as well as points. They pretty well mean exactly the same. Points mean you go to the auction site, you've just got to bid on it and of course win. And cash prizes means you got to win the top 5 people. Well, the cash prizes are designed, the money comes from the cash prizes because of new ticket sales. And the new ticket sales right now is obviously at its lowest it's ever been. We've always had people signing up on a daily basis from different parts of the world, reserving their ticket. And that's been going on for a decade. That's why we have over 227,000 people on this list, okay? Of course, we have never triggered them because we want to make sure things are working. So last week, we started off the game again for the 3rd time. And there were some people that had still got some 6 spins, 5 spins, and we're actually had difficulty to try and figure out what the problem was, and we had to reach to an outside source to come and double check us to make sure. However, that now has been resolved, and what we're doing now is waiting to go live on that game. So the way it sits currently at the moment, so you guys are aware of it, is, and this is a combined call, where on Ripple call we really don't want to talk about Avazoo, but on this particular call we can address both things, because obviously you guys know what we do and how we're all connected. So what's going to happen is we're going to launch a new game, and we're hoping that to be next Tuesday. It will go live next Tuesday, okay? And the reason we're hoping for that to go live next Tuesday is because the NFL draft starts next Thursday. Now, the NFL draft, we've got some side bets, but they're really not bets. They're what we think of how many people are going to participate in the NFL draft. We don't care if it's 1 or 10 or 1,000, just so you know, we don't care. What we want to do is test the system that it's working, because, again, it's a live environment. So we want to make sure that everything's working in that live environment. We are not going to open up and let it go to a viral situation. It's just too risky. We're not going to do that. And you just don't know what can happen. We open it up on Thursday night. Somebody tells their football club about it. And all of a sudden, the next step is all these people are telling their friends, and their friends telling their friends. And in a period of a few hours, you've got a couple of 100,000 people sign up. It literally can happen that quick. Well, the downside with that problem is if we're not live environment, no matter how much testing we do until we switch it over to live environment, we can't tell. And it could be an iPhone, it could be an iPhone 12, it could be an iPhone 8, it could be a Samsung, it could be LG phone. Something just doesn't match up. So there's this process we got to go through. So here's what's going to happen, so you guys know. So as it sits today, this is Wednesday. Next Tuesday, we will be launching the new game. On that new game, there will be points in the wheel, and only points in the wheel to help you get additional points in the draft pick and for the auction. So that will go up next week as it sits. Now, prior to that, starting on Monday, we are going to start emailing out to everybody the payment. You guys need to get caught up in payment. Okay, there's a ton of people that have not paid, and we have not pressured them. I think you guys should know us by now as a company. We don't get the money. It doesn't work that way, unfortunately. So we don't need to put pressure on people to get money to pay for their ticket. But there are certain requirements by the regulator that says certain things have to be done. Well, i.e. right now, what we want to do is, because we're going to give away points, the points are going to go into a game that is a contract between both parties, means that we need to get these people paid up. If not, we have to at least email them and say, okay, your account is now deleted, excluded, whatever, because we just can't do that. So starting on Monday, all of your people that owe money, these are only people that have signed up, they're owed money, and some of those people may even mean commission to you if you had them in them certain times. So we're going to be emailing Monday everybody to make their payments that are owed payment. Guys, that's not most of you. You are coming through an ambassador program or another promotion we've done, so please don't panic. But the ones that are due their money will be emailing next week. Now, once that's done, we've got to clean up that database. This is how close we are now. Now we have to clean up that database, knowing what's coming and how it's all going to tie together for advertisement. Remember, if we can't advertise, no point in doing anything at this stage. So we've had to fix where we're going with the advertisement, i.e. Ripple. Then Ripple gets launched, which is our advertising vehicle from the 8 to 15 second commercials inside the Ripple ads and different promotions that will say, hey, get your ticket now and get something free or get a discount. So there's a whole model here, guys, that you gotta understand what's going on. I.e., we need new videos. So what's happening is, this is the new steps that we are moving on right now to begin. And this is our new hiring process, that tonight we are in a situation where we are starting with a HR person to bring an HR person on board. The first step that we're going to do is start to hire the necessary people to get everything done. So this will give you an idea. We're bringing on 4 mid-level developers, full stack developers. We're bringing on 1 senior tech lead, which is somebody to head up them 4 mid-level developers, 4 stack. We're bringing on a mobile developer senior lead, and we're bringing on 4 mobile app developers. These are all starting to get hired as of basically start the process this week, but the actual hiring date will be May 1st. The reason the developers are coming on the mobile side is because we've obviously realized that with Ripple, it needs to be in people's hands rather than be on a computer desk. So we're going to be developing out the apps so all the games can be participating there. We are bringing on a product manager for the tech lead. And of course, we're bringing on 1 QA and we're bringing on 1 DevOps. So we're doing that. That means we're growing our force again for the first time for 2024. We're going to be bringing on approximately, I think it's 16 new people over the period of the next 10 days. That'll get hired. May 1st, we then start going through the process of working together, getting them trained, getting them up and going. Now, we've got our own deadline dates that we've got to meet in our heads that we put up as a short-term goal, long-term goal. And guys, we want to beat them goals. But as of right now, I'm here to tell you, starting next week, the wheel to play, the games will start to kick off where you'll be able to get points. Starting next week, the NFL draft will be available to test, so we can go through that live environment on the Ripple. That then will close down through the draft. Nobody will be able to sign up. So guys, we are trying to take care of you, our regulars, our family. We're trying to take care of you guys. Then immediately after the draft, it'll be back opened up. Now, what you look at now is the calendar. And the calendar date that we're looking for everything is the Mike Tyson fight. We know for a fact that there's 100 million people projected. Shouldn't say the word fact, but we've been instructed and ensured from Netflix team that we're working with that it'll be 100 million viewers on Netflix around the world watching it. our focus point for everything is that fight date time. Okay, that's so important for us. If we can be out and operational then when they go in to sign up to be in the fight, I have all these tests next week, the week after, the different environments that are coming out, the different games that are starting around the world from cricket, different divisions, etc. Once we got the first one done, it's tested, it works. We'd say, okay, now it's a matter of changing the game environment. Instead of it being a football field, it's a cricket field or a tennis field for Wimbledon. So, guys, you got to understand the whole thing here. Just laying this thing out is a monster. So, anyway, bottom line is we are feeling very comfortable that next week we'll open up the wheel. People can start to win some cash and win points for the auction. So, you guys know how that's going to be. The same week, next week, we'll be starting to work on the videos, which will be the short videos, because every video that goes up, every fifth one will be about Avazoo. So we are expecting to start putting some new videos together. We're going to ask you guys to get pushed out from using the app, push these videos out to get them recognized so people know that it's out there. So we've got the hiring process starting next week, fly out to the Philippines, sit in a room for the next 30 days, work 20 hours a day, whatever it takes, and get all these things going. So you guys have got a general idea. Now, there's a couple of other things I want to address before I jump into the stocks, but because of the time, I'm going to do the stocks first rather than these other things I want to address. So, guys, I want you to understand where these shares are coming from. They're coming from me personally. The company they issued me shares, and I'm doing a share to you guys. Okay, it's basically, it could be done from the company, but it would have to be in a different environment and the way it's being done now. So after going through everything last week, we're getting ready to launch it. We're getting ready to send it out to you. Somebody suggested or recommended, it was actually Gigi that made it. Well, as always, make sure everything's legal. So one of the things what we checked on was a hard or a legal avenue, that if you receive shares, are you responsible in any way, shape, or form, because they're issued to me and they've gone to you, and I'm CEO of the company and been around doing it. So what we have decided to do as a comfort level, is get you an additional document that we're expecting to have today or tomorrow, okay, which will be called a hold harmless. Meaning, once I've issued you the shares, if somebody down the road says, oh, I'm going to sue David because of whatever reason, I don't want to pass that burden on to you guys. So we had a meeting about it. We discussed it. We spoke to legal, and they said, look, by putting in a hold harmless document, it would really put a buffer zone. So I've also asked Kirk to come on. Kirk, can you pop in, mate? Kirk? Hang on, I can hit you. There you go. Hey, oh, I put you in, you took you out. There you go, you're back. So I asked Kirk to come on, guys, because Kirk has got a lot of involvement with these shares, some of his friends, some of his people. Obviously, there's a lot of you have got the shares. Now, one of the things I've done for everybody is, because of this delay today, I've given everybody extra 25 shares. So just that alone, 25 shares is a pretty good deal. But I want you to understand that we've all discussed it, and just by putting this extra hold harmless agreement, it protects you. 100% means that now whatever I've given you, nobody can bring forward to anything we use. So I wanted Kirk to come on and just kind of explain to you guys his opinion of it. It shouldn't take more than 2-3 minutes, but go away, Kirk. Tell them, do you think it's worthwhile? Why we think it's worthwhile?
Can you hear me, Dave?
Yeah, can hear you and see you, brother.
All right. And Dave, thank you. I mean, anyone who's worked with you this long knows you have an amazing heart, and you're always putting yourselves in our shoes to say what would I want, or what would be above and beyond that I would want or expect. And yeah, you know, you listen to some of the others who had. I mean, you brought up the concern before any of us even thought about it, and then the light bulb went off. Said, "Oh yeah, I've been involved with some situations where stuff has come back." So, thank you for always trying to look ahead and prevent things, despite it seems like if there's an issue out there, we seem to find them. But it's just your undying perseverance and the gratitude you have for everyone that that tries to support this amazing effort that we're undertaking. So thank you. Yes, and the added generosity. I mean, yeah, I just shake my head because you're always want to err on the side of positive. So thank you. It's I mean, it's true, Dave. And I know you don't like that. You don't like people's accolades, but it's important that our leadership is always looking out, and you do that again and again. So thank you. I know the extra shares are they're not needed, but it's a very nice gesture. We appreciate that. But the most important part, as you're saying, is, hey, should anything ever happen, you put that extra buffer in there, extra layer, which is just
well, one of the things, Coke, not to cut you off, what we talked about after this morning's call was what happens if I die? I mean, that can happen, right? I mean, obviously, God can take us whenever He wants to take us. How does that affect it? So there's going to be a paragraph put in there that if something happened to me, these are still hold harmless and they're going to go through. So just thinking outside the box is going to help people. Could there have been a problem? I do not even think there would be a problem down the road, any way, shape, or form. But it's just an extra buffer for you guys. I try this last few months. I've definitely got a lot more humble than I was before. But I'm always thinking out, hopefully to try and help somebody. So thank you guys for being patient, Kirk. Thank you for coming on. Yeah. But guys, we will have it on. Sylvia's on here as well. So we will have this new form. I've asked Morgan and this attorney we're using that's really into corporate structure. I've asked him if he can really get it done for us today. Every time they want to do it, immediately, the next thing is the check, instead of being $1,000, is $5,000. So he said he'll see what he can do. He wouldn't promise, but he did promise he'd have it to us by the end of the week. So today is Wednesday. Sorry. Anyway, so bottom line, guys, there will be two forms on that sign form. There'll be a form on Docker sign or whatever it's what Sylvie's got set up that you will go in and you execute that one. And then the other form you'll sign, which will also be signed by me, which will be a hold harmless, which basically says, yes, you are aware of blah, 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 and you cannot be held harmless for anything of any previous transaction with Avazoo. So guys, that's really cool because it's going to protect you with whatever could ever happen. So we just want to make sure that's done. So, whether you're mad with me or not, that's the way we're doing it to make it more protective. And then the second thing is, for this little offset, I'm throwing everybody an extra 25 shares. Some people only got 5 shares. So just for this delay, you've just got extra 25 shares. So God bless to you, and I hope you enjoy it, and I hope it comes to all of you. Right, I'm going to cover couple of questions that have come in, and then we're pretty well a wrap on this call. They don't last as long no more because I think you guys know exactly what we're doing. We are a little concerned about our platform. We downgraded our platform because of where we were at. And now we've said, okay, well, if we go out on and this thing viral goes crazy for the fight, and all of a sudden we get 20, 30,000 people, 40,000 people participating in Ripple, which very easily can happen, very, very easily can happen. Well, a percentage of those are going to buy tickets, which means our platform may have to be go back to a stackable platform, allowing it to grow as it needs to grow. So who knows? We may end up have to change it in the next month, 6 weeks on that. We'll let you guys know. But some people have asked, why is there no more emails? Look, guys, we're not going anywhere. Anybody's money that's made a payment, and there's never been a single penny. Excuse me. We have never used a single penny in anything apart from any fees that may have been charged from the credit card processor. Okay, we've never taken a penny. It's been self-funded to date or by private investors. We've never gone out and brought in major investors, IPOs, or anything. We've never done that. So, guys, the money is sitting there. Okay, so you don't have to worry. But the reason we've not sent out a bunch of emails is they're annoying. I mean, what am I going to do? Keep telling you tomorrow is going to be tomorrow? Well, tomorrow is going to be tomorrow. Okay, until I can roll out with something that's working 100% and it all ticks like a clock, there's no point in sending you a bunch of emails to say, hey, congratulations, it's Easter weekend or whatever it may be. So, guys, we're not going to waste your time stacking up the emails and sending them to you. If you receive an email from Avazoo, then you're going to say, whoa, this must be important. I need to get on this call. That's number one. Okay. There is no more business banners. The question is, why is there no more business banners inside the app? Can we start to sell the product? Guys, you are literally days away from seeing the new platform on Ripple where everything's been converted from Avazoo and put into Ripple. Ripple will have a better opportunity for you to make money inside the banners. Avazoo is a raffle for a cause to help the world, to put in infrastructure and put in this and that and schools and whatever we can do to help people, right? Ripple is designed to help the individual person, you, me, okay, every one of us that needs that extra help. So the two different concepts and two different marketing concepts, and they're definitely two different business models, right? So number one, the banners, what you're going to be able to sell inside Ripple and make the commission. Now Ripple people will be able to post them under geolocation, geofencing, and that business will be getting a big pump from the areas, like being on a commission, basically. You're going to refer them. And I most probably would go to that business and say, hey, I've been referring you on here for Facebook. Do I get a discount? Why not? But anyway, bottom line to deal, guys, that is no longer in Avazoo. So the reason you do not have business banners inside the app is because the business banners are no longer in Avazoo. It's completely gone over to Ripple. It will be a complete separate opportunity for those people inside Ripple that want to make money. And I've got one guy right now has already got one chain in there that he thinks is going to take most probably about 70 of these store banners, which is a nice little paycheck for him. Okay. But more to the point, you're helping the business. Okay. Which people can't understand. All I want to do is try and help, one cause, one love. It's all about helping people. So the next thing is, why is there no free spins inside? Guys, there will be free spins, but at this current time, we need to get all of the calculation right with the current banners to make sure it happens. And then there will be banners that will include spins on there. We're going back to the original design of what the banners are designed for inside the app. And that is to help people who are in need. If there's a fire, if there's a flood, if there's a situation that we need to spread the word about that situation. So we're going back to that model. However, then certain banners will have a way to get extra spins in there. So guys, I just want to let you guys know that I'm looking at some of the questions because I always get them from people later on the call. So you guys have got a general idea now what's happening, what's going on. Please spread this video with people, anybody you know, to let them know. We are playing it straight with you. We're not sending you invoices for money and this, that, and everything else. We're letting you know where we're at. We're hiring this new team to accomplish the end result for Avazoo. This new team is coming on to us on Avazoo's team or our group so that we can get all these built. So the app will be updated. The app will have these new features in it, as well as building these new apps for each of the games. So guys, it's really, really intense right now what we're doing. The hours we're working is kind of crazy, but we are getting there, and we're kind of knocking a tree down by tree, and sooner or later the forest will be down and we can get through. So guys, all I can tell you is be patient, okay? Hopefully this weekend Sylvia will be starting to send out for you to go and do the 2 signatures on the documents, and of course once you're signed and done, that's it, they're in your possession. But that hold harmless really is a good safe zone for you. The extra 25 shares for saying thank you to you guys. And guys, that's it. If anybody talks to you about Avazoo, we're here. We ain't going nowhere, period. If I die, I've got a full commitment from a team, including Kirk, that they're going to see this thing through to the end. So, and I don't have any plans of dying anytime soon. So hopefully anyway. So guys, please spread this with your friends, your family, your people that are part of Avazoo. Let them know what's going on, because this thing will come out the gate winning. It won't be a delay. It will come out the game winning. And again, the more you participate in the Ripple games, the more eyeballs, the more you share, you're doing your part and some for Avazoo. So guys, it's all exciting. All right, guys, be blessed. Thank you for joining us now. Again, just so you know, for those who come on late, The new game will start next week as it sits right now, which will have points and cash on it that you can win. The only way you can win cash if you're a paid ticket holder. If you're not, then the points you would win for the auction, which means you can go over and get them. So guys, be blessed. Thank you for everything that you do. I'm going to check, see if we got any questions. Wallace says, can you use our stocks to upgrade an Avazoo distributorship? No, Wallace is a really good idea, Wallace. I don't know what you do for a living, but that's a really good idea. No, you can't, but we have another plan for you for that. The reason being is it's coming from me. But please just hold the thought, and you don't know me, okay? You only see me on a video call, but I got you covered. That's all I can tell you right now. I got you covered. Don't worry about the distributorship. I got you covered. So that's all I can say. All right. Apart from that, guys, I don't see any other questions. Just double checking. No, that's it. Hey, Julie. Hope the little one's doing good. Jennifer. Mundo. Blah, blah. Michael, good to see you. All right, guys. Andrew, I'm just looking down some of the list here. Guys, see you next Wednesday. There should be some real good stuff. I will highly, highly recommend, if you want people to be a pioneer, you've only got from now until next Wednesday night to get them to sign up into Ripple. Some people have been saying, hey, I can't even log back in. If you know how to get into Ripple, share it with people. It's not that hard. So please do so. Apart from that, guys, be blessed. Everybody joined the call. Sylvia in the background, Kirk. I know, Kirk, you got a lot of things going on. I'm praying for your brother. And hopefully we'll have things resolved even better next week. Thanks, guys. Be blessed. Have a great week. Take care. God bless.